All right, everybody, welcome back live at Drew's house. Another edition. Hope everybody is doing well as we enter September. How about that? Last show of August here. So we're flying by for the summer and into the fall, which means fall sports are here for the high school kids. And I'm joined by three captains at Newburyport High School right now. We got, I'll say your name and wave because I think it comes across differently on the TV screen here, girl. So Lily Ragusa, say hello.
Hello.
There's Lily Megan Murray.
Hi.
And Emily Full.
Hello.
Very good. All right. So we all excited to be heading back to school. Lily, let's start with you.
Yes, definitely excited to get back into the routine of school and definitely excited for the field hockey season to start.
Are you all seniors?
No, I'm going to be a junior.
Oh, okay.
Seniors.
Junior, so you're still kind of a youngin. Real quickly, Lily, what has the last year and a half been like with COVID and all that?
It's been crazy because I still have yet to have a full normal year of high school because my freshman year got cut short, but I'm excited to go into junior year and get back to some kind of normalcy.
Yeah, that's funny because freshman year got cut, then sophomore year was the weird one, and now hopefully we can get back to normal. I didn't think about that. Freshmen are in that. Those freshmen are in that boat. Megan, hello, how are you? Excited to get back to school?
Yeah, I'm excited, but a little sad summer's over.
Sad summer's over. I got you. Excited for field hockey though, right?
Yes, for sure.
Give me that same, I'll ask you that same question. I'll ask all three of you about the pandemic. What's it been like for you?
It's been weird, like not seeing people for a long time, and then you're gonna go back into school and everybody's gonna be there.
Yep, I would imagine. We'll send over to Emily now. Hello, Emily. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Ready to get back at it?
Yeah, I'm actually really excited. I feel like I'm more excited this year than I have been in the past just because things will finally be like starting to get back to normal.
Are you and Megan seniors or?
Yeah.
So you're the two upperclassmen. What's the pandemic been like for you? It's been crazy, I know, but.
Yeah, I feel like I don't even remember what like high school was even like freshman year and the beginning of sophomore year. And it's been hard too because I'm also a lacrosse player, and so we lost our season my sophomore year. So just like to get back into the rhythm of like sports being normal and stuff like that.
Too many classes from your bedroom and probably too many of these things virtually, right?
Yeah.
What is the most kind of exciting thing about this particular year's field hockey team? Keep it with you, Emily.
I think just like the amount of underclassmen we have, like our classes or our team is like, I would say majority underclassmen. There are so many sophomores, and I think they're just like, obviously we had them last year, and I think now that they've grown, I think they're going to be super helpful and just really help carry our team.
Did you learn something? You're a senior captain, which is you're all captains, but being a senior captain, did you learn something like how to be a leader through a kind of a tough time like a pandemic?
Yeah, definitely. Like it's also been like we've really wanted to get the team together like over the summer and last year. So I think just trying to do that and really bring the team together and have some team bonding things to build our team because we don't really know each other. Like some of us don't really know each other that well, especially because we haven't been able to see each other in school.
Yeah,
That's been one of our big goals.
You don't even think about that. Megan, quite an honor to be named a captain. You're still maybe you knew it was coming, but was that pretty exciting to hear?
Yeah, it was really exciting.
Is there some truth to that you don't, I know there is some truth to it, but what's that like not really knowing your teammates that well just because it is so weird? You haven't been in the classroom regularly through this time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little weird, but I don't know, when you're on the field together, communication is like important. So I think like getting to know people better will only like help us improve this season.
Lily, you're a junior. Like in some ways, are you kind of like the bridge? I bet you probably know some of those kids that are a year younger than you, and maybe you're kind of like you can kind of facilitate these things. Maybe that makes you an extraordinarily helpful captain this year.
Yeah, I feel like definitely I feel pretty close with all the sophomores just because last year we were like the underclassmen together, so I really got to know them. But I'm definitely excited to be back to full field because last year we only got to play 7v7 instead of 11v11. So I think having more people on the field will just increase our communication. We'll get to know each other even better.
Good point. What was that like? I remember hearing that. Like some of the sports had more drastic changes than others. I imagine that going to 7-on-7 versus 11 versus 11. I imagine that was one of the bigger changes when it comes to changes in sports. What was that like, Lily?
It was definitely a huge change. I would say the most drastic part of it was how much more running it was because you had to carry the ball more rather than pass it. So we had to be in really good shape to be able to run around that field with only 7 of us on it.
Was there a part of this, Megan, you can take this one. Was there a part of this all that, like, I guarantee you must have got frustrated. Why are we wearing these masks? Like, I'm sure, I know high school kids get kind of ticked off about all this. Were there levels of real frustration?
I mean, yeah, like running with a mask, it was super annoying.
Sorry, dog saying hello. Gotta keep going.
I mean, it was annoying when we had to like run and like play with games in it, but everyone is pretty tolerable of it, and we're just happy we don't have to wear them this year.
And is that the deal? Is that pretty much back to normal? Is that the deal, Emily?
Yep. Everything's back to normal. We're now back to 11v11, no masks, and we can do corners, which was a big part of our game that we kind of lost last year. So that should be good to try to get back at that.
Sorry, the trash truck is here. This is people that watch us so regularly know my big guy Henry sometimes makes an appearance. So that's what he's doing right now. It's trash day. I'm coming to you from Danvers. It's trash day in Danvers. Sometimes I'll pause it, but I think I am going to pause it. Hang on 1 second. We'll be right back. All right, we're going to keep rolling with the potential dog interruption. I figured, the oil guy comes at very random times, so you never know when he's going to come. He comes during the show. Unlucky. What are you going to do? We'll work through it. What was I saying, Emily? I think I asked something interesting, right? That's the right answer?
Yep. I think you're just asking about like what had changed and how we could finally do corners now.
Corners. So I know they took away soccer corners.
Right.
And that was like so people don't get jumbled up in the box in the middle, right? What's the deal with field hockey corners?
So pretty much if there's ever a penalty within our circle, then there's a corner, and it's kind of the same idea. Like everyone gets like in front of the net, and you have someone pass the ball in, and then you have 4 people in the net on defense, like run out towards the offense. So it's a really good thing to have on offense. Like it's an easy way or not an easy way, but it's a good chance to try to score. But it was just too many people in one area at once, so we couldn't do it.
So same deal as soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent work by the girls here, sticking with me through the dog park. And that might be the worst one. We've never actually had the oil truck show up when the dogs are here, so I think that's the loudest they've ever been. But all right, good. So there were some rule changes. Let's go to Megan on this one. What is the biggest thing you're looking forward to this year, Megan? Field hockey-wise or school-wise, I guess, either one.
For field hockey, I'm just really excited to see like what we can do as a team. We have 15 returning players this year, and we were Cal champs last year, so we're hoping it'll be like another great season.
Yeah, Lily, what's it like playing with those expectations of being Cal champs? Everybody's going to be gunning for you.
Yeah, it's definitely challenging, a little bit of pressure, but it's also exciting because this year we have a chance to go to the state championship, like the state tournament. I mean, because last year we didn't have that. It just ended with the Cal. But I remember my freshman year going into the state tournament, it was just really exciting. So I hope that we can make it there this year.
Yeah, speaking of the state tournament, what was that like? Like, I know you took a lot of pride in winning conferences and leagues and all that. Everybody around the state did. But what was it like kind of having that stripped away? Because that is always kind of what you play for. What was it like kind of changing that mindset of it's just not going to be there at the end?
Yeah, it was hard because after we won the Cal, it was like you really want to see what else your team can do, but we didn't have the opportunity to show everyone how much further we could go. So it's just I'm so excited that this year we can really show everybody that we can make it there.
Emily, you mentioned learning a lot from the seniors. Talk about like how, because I heard kind of across the board, the Newburyport seniors were pretty great in all sports through a tough year. What were they like dealing with that? I'm sure they tried to set a good example. What was that year like, knowing there was no playoffs, that sort of thing?
I just feel like our captains and the seniors last year, like they were always just so positive about everything that was happening, no matter, because we actually thought, correct me if I'm wrong, Meg or Lily, But I think we thought we were going to have playoffs after our regular season, not a state tournament, but within the Cal. And that got taken away with us, like, I think within a week before it happened. And they always were there to just, like, I feel like everyone would be kind of down. And obviously they would be too because it was their last season. But they would always bring the whole team up, which I really thought was, like, a good thing. So we kind of kept pushing through that.
Megan, you want to add on to that? Feel free to name the captains last year too. That's fine.
Our captains last year were Ashley Ventura, Callie Beaupelon, Maddie Medeiros, and Shannon Brennan. And so yeah, they're really just positive, like Emily said.
What did you learn most from them last year?
They just really like worked on like bringing the team together and building everyone up. And like even if we weren't doing so good in the game, they'd still just keep building everyone up, and it would help us like get better because we weren't getting like down or focusing on the negatives.
I'll go around the horn here with all three of you on this one. Let's start with Megan Murray. We'll keep it with you for the moment. What is the take on like coronavirus right now for like the high school kids? That you can tell me your personal or just your general feeling, but like is the feeling like it's over, like we're done and moving on for a perfect year? Are people still nervous that this thing could come back around with the Delta variant? What's the feeling?
I think it's pretty mixed. Like I know there's some people who are just like over it and just want it to be normal, and some people are still like nervous and cautious. And I think we're gonna have to wear masks in school still, but we'll be back to like we won't have our desks like 6 feet apart, and like we can sit at tables at lunch now as opposed to being like all separated. So it's like kind of in between.
Lily, the general vibe on COVID?
I would say definitely just a little bit nervous that it could all come back. We'd go back to wearing masks during sports because that was definitely really challenging to run around that field with a mask. So I'd say nervous, but yeah.
Was that it actually bothered you on the field?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely got used to it as the season went on, but the first couple days during that summer when it was hot, it was hard.
Yeah, like you said, a lot of running, just like basketball. I was like, how are these guys playing masks with basketball? That must be annoying. Same thing with field hockey. Emily?
I feel like compared to last year, like everything seems a lot better, but kind of like what Lily said, there's always that nervous thought like in the back of my brain, like could the season potentially like be stripped away from us? Could school go back to remote? Like all those things that we just like really don't want to happen. But everything seems to be going in the right like step forward right now, which is a good thing.
How bad was it because I mean, I do think it makes it a little bit easier if you have like those years ahead. Like last year, you're a junior, like, yeah, it's brutal, but the whole world is going through something brutal. At least I'll have a senior year after this. How tough was it to watch those seniors go through that last year?
I mean, in my opinion, I think they definitely had it the worst out of any other high schooler who really like went through that because they lost their junior year and then they really didn't have much like a normal senior year at all. So like I really just hope everything for us can go by smoothly.
Yeah, Lily, was that tough to watch too?
Yeah, it was definitely tough to watch just because our four captains were so dedicated to field hockey and the program, and to see them not get the true season, like the authentic field hockey season, was really hard because I think they'd been looking forward to it since, 7th grade when they started.
Megan, did it make it easier for you having that's kind of, you knew it was bad as a junior, but senior year, at least you have that in your back pocket?
I mean, yeah, it kind of was like no one really like had it great last year, but it was good to like be able to look forward to this year and have it in this like hopefully be normal.
What was the we'll get away from field hockey for a second. What was the part of like the school year that you missed like the most? Was it like, I know proms were kind of a mess, like and what else? Like is it the Thanksgiving football game? Like I used to love going to that. Like, that didn't happen. What was the thing that like kind of you were like, you know what? Damn, I really missed that. Lily, we can go with you. I should orchestrate better with three of you. Sorry.
I would say like lunches, because my freshman year we would all sit at these big circle tables and we'd put so many chairs at them and everyone be together. But then going into my sophomore year, you walked into the cafeteria and there was just a room full of desks. It just felt like another classroom because you couldn't sit at those circle tables with all your friends. So it was really hard to just kind of catch up with your friends at lunch like I normally did.
That makes so much sense. And that is the first time somebody's actually answered with lunches. That's a very fun. It makes a lot of sense to me. But they're back this year, right?
Yeah, it should be back, hopefully.
You're like, they better be. Emily, how about you? You got one?
I would just say like the classrooms, like even when I went to school, normally like beforehand, everyone would be talking, you'd sit right next to your friends. But even if like my best friend was in my class and we'd sit 6 feet apart, like with the mask, I just feel like no one really socialized at all. It just every classroom seemed quiet and we would just go on our computer, do our work, and just kind of mind our own business. So I'm really looking forward to all being together again and being able to socialize more.
Did you ever think you'd still look forward to being back in class?
No, no, but I am.
Very funny. Megan, you got a part that you really missed?
I mean, kind of just like being with friends, like they said, and like being able to talk, and like schoolwork wise, just not doing everything like on the computer all day, and like being able to work with like groups and stuff and talk to people.
Yep, I get that. Lily, do you think in a way, like you went through the heart of your high school career, still going through in a pandemic, which is a story to tell at least 20 years from now. But do you think that it like has maybe made you stronger in some way? Like you can always look for positives in tough situations, and even last year's seniors, they're probably going to college going, doesn't get much worse than that. Do you think it's made you stronger in a way?
Yeah, I think it's definitely taught me resilience and to really, you can look like the future's still there. I was able to look forward to my junior year. Like as you were saying, I had something to look forward to, but it definitely, as you said, taught me to look for positives in like kind of a negative situation to try to find the good and the bad, which is a good life skill to have.
Well said. Emily?
Yeah, I just think like it taught me not to take anything for granted because you never know when like it could all be taken away from you so quickly like it did to us.
As you mentioned, you're still scared of it a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess that's life these days. Megan?
Yeah, kind of just what Emily said, like not to take anything for granted and like just appreciate like the fact that like I never thought like I'd be like freshman year is the best. Like I love like all the work we did, but like it's just like the little things that you need to like appreciate because they could get taken away.
The little things. Very good. All right. One last field hockey question, then we're going to end the show with some rapid fire. But again, Lily Ragusa, Megan Murray, Emily Fuller, all Newburyport Clippers field hockey, all captains. So sell Newburyport field hockey to people that want to come see you this year because I believe you're going to have fans, right? I think fans are good. Finally.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Lily, what if your fans, what are people going to see if they come out and see a Newburyport field hockey game?
I think it's really exciting to just see our team working together and know that we do have a lot of underclassmen. So as the years go on, you're just going to be able to see those kids grow, and we're going to be able to see new kids join the program. So I think it'll be really great to be able to see our team develop if they keep coming to games each year.
Emily?
Yeah, I think it's just always fun to come like watch people who've been working super hard throughout a season and just give them like even more confidence, cheer them on, really help them get through the game. And even if like I just feel like from my experiences, like even if my team's losing by 1 or 2 and there's parents or just your friends cheering you on, it always makes you want to win that much more and like gives you that like courage to go out there and score.
I bet that must have when people weren't allowed to like come in groups. That must have been completely lame, right?
Mm-hmm.
Silence after goals. Megan, same question.
I mean, I just think that we're gonna work really well as a team together this year, and I think it's just gonna be fun to watch. Like Lily said, us like grow as a group and like grow together and improve.
All right, very good. Is Jess DeLacy still your coach? Who's the coach? It is Jess?
Yeah.
I just assumed it was, but okay. I guess that's kind of she's been there for how many years now?
A lot.
A lot.
Wait a minute. She's like my age. She can't be there that long. Just making me feel old. I think it hasn't been that long. Because I think I talked to her. Well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe you're right. Time is flying by. Okay, we're gonna now that I feel all depressed, we're gonna depressed and old. We will do rapid fire to end the show. Okay? I don't know if you've ever seen the show, but we always end with a little round robin. First thing that comes to your mind, you have to answer with. Okay? we'll start with Lily. Let's do Lily, Emily, Megan. Just that's how I see you on my screen. So Megan, you have the advantage of going last. You get to hear everything first. We'll start easy. Favorite food, Lily.
Ice cream.
Pasta.
Ice cream.
All right, 2 ice creams. Favorite musician.
Taylor Swift.
Drake.
Taylor Swift.
3 of the faster answers on that we've ever had. Okay, favorite movie.
Oh, I can't think of any right now. Oh my goodness.
Bail her out, Emily.
Grown Ups.
Megan.
Pitch Perfect.
Pitch Perfect. Is that the Jimmy Fallon one?
I don't
No.
know.
Wrong baseball one? Okay, I'm mixing up movies. I'm a bad movie guy. Lily, so are you apparently. Did you come up with one?
Probably any like Disney originals. Something like
Disney
that.
originals. Okay. Very good. She loves the whole brand. Favorite team to beat in the field hockey circuit? Who's your favorite team to beat? Most satisfaction?
I'd say probably Pentucket.
Triton.
I think this year, Essex.
This year, who was it?
Manchester Essex.
Oh, okay. That's kind of a unique one. Why, are they a powerhouse?
They were the first game we lost last season.
Oh, so Meg's got a little revenge in her blood there. Okay, very good. Favorite class, Lily?
Biology, like sciences.
Emily?
Probably math.
Megan?
Any of the science classes.
Science. All right. Favorite sport to watch other than field hockey? What do you enjoy just sitting back and watching the athletes performing?
Basketball.
Football.
Football.
Favorite thing about attending Newburyport High School? What's like just the best part about being a Clipper?
I'd say the athletic program.
Just Clipper Pride, the athletic program.
Yeah, the Clipper Pride and Color Day is fun.
Color Day. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, somebody, Emily, explain Color Day real quickly.
So pretty much each grade like gets a section of the auditorium, and it's the day before the Thanksgiving football game. So we all wear our like maroon and gold, and we just chant, and pretty much it's like a pep rally for the Thanksgiving game, and it's a tradition. So
there you go. Just for people who don't know, I did know. Just so you know. All right, and final one. A lot of little girls are looking up to you all, want to be playing high school sports someday, hopefully make the varsity team and all that good stuff. Lily Ragusa, what is your best advice to the kid that's coming up in middle school and wants to be like you someday?
Definitely just focus on the moment and not worry too much about the future, I guess, because I know sometimes it's hard when you don't make varsity, but it just gives you a chance to kind of work more and just focus on what you can do now to better yourself rather than like, oh, I'll just make the team next year. It doesn't matter what I do now.
Well done. Now to the seniors. Megan, I'll let you take this one. What's the best advice?
I'd say just like put in work, because if you put in work, like you'll see results. And like what Lily was saying, like don't be discouraged. Like if you don't make varsity, just keep trying your best and it'll pay off.
All right, Emily, final one.
I would say just keep working hard and like do whatever you need to do to get to where you really want to be, but don't push yourself like to the point where you're sore all the time or you're not really like looking forward to going to that sport. So just have fun with it too.
You all play multiple sports too, right? Is that's like good advice, isn't it? Like there's that whole movement about like the one sport athlete. I kind of am not a fan of that. Would you all agree? Play more sports?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
If you focus your time like just on one sport, I feel like you also like slowly start to kind of get sick of it. And if you kind of balance it out with other things, not even just sports, you tend to enjoy going to that sport even more.
Well said. Anybody want to add to that? I like that answer. No, it was perfect. Okay, perfect answer. You girls, again, Lily Ragusa, Megan Murray, Emily Fuller, thank you all so much. The powerhouse Newburyport Clippers field hockey team. Are we winning the league again this year? Is this, I know you have a lot of, very good. I like a very very quick head nod from Emily. That was fantastic. I was expecting some like diplomatic answer. And she goes, "No, we are." Okay, we'll leave it at that. I think that's perfect. Thank you, girls. Have a great field hockey season. Have a great school year. Hopefully, everything is back to the way normal, and you all deserve it after what you've been through. So, good luck to you this year.
Thank you.
Sorry about the
Thank you.
sorry about the dogs too. They were loud today. Loudest I think they've been. So, I'm going to take them for a walk. See you later, everybody. Live at Drew's house, another edition. Bye bye now.